Hi everybody, Coach Susan here with Big on Results Coaching. I help people that are in transition or stuck to live a life of joy and prosperity. Here for your Manifestation Monday video on the topic of self-love. Self-love. It's very important. It's very deep. It is the basis for who you are. Your self-love is your perception of yourself. Self-love is how you respond to yourself, how you care for yourself. Self-love is something that can never be taken away from you. But you first have to have it. So when we don't have self-love in our lives, and we don't have that positive opinion or view of us, causes a lot of turmoil, a lot of distress, a lot of anxiety, a lot of negativity. And then it kind of seems to snowball as we age. So having a lack of self-love will pretty much destroy your lives, or it will just keep you in that stuck position until you realize what's going on and you do something about it. Self-love is so important for your growth. At times we have accepted what somebody's negativity or their ill intention or perhaps even their narrow-mindedness or their narcissistic nature to infiltrate who we are. At some point, to have that lack of self-love means that we allowed somebody at some point, whether it was our childhood or a relationship or somebody that we actually respected, we allowed them to take this from us. Well, now's your time to get it back, to expand and to grow and to be that person that you were designed to be. Those people that said those negative things, the toxicity that was around you, or maybe still is around you, can be removed. Sometimes we need to pull back and we need to retreat to gather our own thoughts. And it is difficult for us to hear and to grow and just to have that quiet time when there's noise around us, when we're in a negative environment. So remove the negativity, remove the negative people. Doesn't mean that you need to sever a relationship, although you might want to. You need to listen to your own self and value your own opinions for what you think and for what you believe. And just remember that if anybody says those negative things to you or about you or insinuate, doesn't mean you need to accept it to your reality. Once we believe that and we take hold of that, then that becomes who we are. And we don't need to have that. So having that time to reflect and to be alone is perfectly fine. When we enter into a codependency relationship, that's just a way to go through the motions and not really deal with the things that we need to do, thus keeping us further in a stuck position. Codependency is basically your way of being in autopilot. It is where you are allowing somebody to have that control over you. So you don't have to think. So you don't have to feel. But self-love is taking control and taking back your power so that you could provide for your own self on what you need emotionally and what you require as a person. It is not arrogant at all to have self-love. Ego, that's probably the codependency part on the other person, or that family member, or that person that you just seem like you just can't get away from. You do not have to remain in a stuck position. Find your purpose and live up to your potential. It's a beautiful thing. Take that time in solitude, in that alone time, to get to know yourself. You need not be reliant on any individual for accolades, for telling you you're wonderful, or that you're pretty, or that you're successful, or you have it going on. That needs to come from within. So when you decide that you want to heal that, got to forgive yourself. Got to forgive yourself that you are in the stuck position, or that you're just revolving around and around and around and not going anywhere. We can appear to be busy. We could do lots and lots and lots of busy work on other things. But what are we doing for the work on ourselves and for what we need? So you can't have these needs and be like, wow, you know what? I just really have these needs, but then not go for it to get those. And everything that you need, you can provide for yourself. All of those things, you have them. Use them. No person needs another person to validate them. The validation should come from yourself. It's those times when you're alone and you're having a blast. It's those times when you're alone and you're smiling so hard, or maybe you're laughing at yourself, or you're reflecting, or you're enjoying being grounded. You need no individual. A person is to complement your life, not be your life. And that could be even a friendship. It could be a group of people. It could be an organization. It could be your employment. It could be your office. It could be so many things. You are you. And you have the power to take back your power. So tap into it and be that person. Have that self-love for yourself. Have that respect that you can give yourself. Just because you think that you're great or you're wonderful doesn't mean ego. Ego is when you exalt yourself above another person and you think that you're more superior than somebody else. But when you look back at it, you go, wow, you know what? Self-love is about me loving me and me taking care of me and me enjoying being with me enjoying going with the movies by myself, me enjoy going to dinner by myself, me working out by myself, whatever it is that those things are that you are doing for yourself, by yourself, with nothing in return. It's that time of reflection and solitude. It's what you give back to yourself. So when you are bombarded with the news, with television, with the radio, you're robbing yourself of having that self-love, for thinking the things that you think. All of that stuff is all a way to actually influence you, to condition you, to make you think you're not this because this commercial says that you're going to be pretty if you buy this. Or you're not great because you don't have this car on this car commercial. Or that you need to go to this particular very expensive restaurant because that's what depicts success. It doesn't. Success is on the inside. It's how you feel on the last day of your life. It's those things that you think that satisfy you, and it only comes from within. No person can give you this. A person can compliment that,